Elizabeth was opposed to Camilla becoming queen, but was pressured to do so. Fans of the royal family remember the moment when an already weakening Queen Elizabeth wrote a touching message to her subjects expressing her wishes for her daughter-in-law Camilla's future title. Many were disappointed at the time, as during Charles's engagement to Mrs. Parker Bowles it was stated that the heir consort would not be called queen, but would become princess consort when the time came to share the reign with her husband. But according to royal biographer Christopher Anderson, Elizabeth took this step with great reluctance, one might say unwillingly. Charles, who as a young man had not shown the necessary perseverance to secure permission to marry Camilla Shand, decided to make up for it in later years and make his wife queen. Elizabeth did not want to hear about it at first, as the second wife of her heir had such a controversial reputation that she did not even dare to share her husband's then title and be called Princess of Wales after his first wife Diana. The title of queen could anger her subjects, and Elizabeth herself tolerated Camilla insofar as there was nowhere else to go. For many years, Her Majesty refused to accept her son's beloved and called her that wicked woman. And although then she softened, giving in to her son's requests, the Queen did not come to the registration of the marriage of Charles and Camilla. We all remember the moment when Elizabeth arrived at William and Kate's wedding and approached the clergy and family members standing aside. Charles kissed his mother on the cheek, but when Camilla reached for the monarch's cheek, the Queen shook her head and held out her hand for a handshake, with Prince Philip still allowing himself to be kissed by Camilla. Biographer Christopher Anderson argues that the complex relationship between monarch and daughter-in-law is to blame, for it was Camilla that Elizabeth blamed for the crisis descending on the monarchy. The Queen always had a low tolerance for Camilla. She particularly detested Camilla because of her interfering with the work of the firmament. Because of Camilla, the monarchy was sort of brought to the brink of destruction, Christopher Anderson said. The writer adds that recognizing Camilla as queen consort was never part of Elizabeth's plans, although Charles pressured his mother long and hard. As a result of the long and painstaking work of Mark Bolland, who pulled off Operation Parker Bowles to restore Camilla's image, Charles succeeded in getting the public to accept her as his wife. A wife, but not the new queen. According to Anderson's assertion, Elizabeth had resisted for many years the assertion of the title for Camilla. The Queen was more concerned about the fate of her son Prince Andrew, who complained to his mother that after her departure Charles would simply leave him penniless, without the protection and privileges to which he had become accustomed. And then the monarch, together with the heir behind the scenes, concluded an agreement, a kind of favor for a favor. According to the biographer, the interests and safety of Prince Andrew became a kind of pledge that Elizabeth would declare Camilla queen in full public view. Of course, Camilla had every right to share her husband's title and become queen consort without Elizabeth's intercession. But this would not have had the effect Charles wanted, but would only have angered the people and turned the British against the new king and his wife. Elizabeth's touching plea for her daughter-in-law to accept and support her in her new role as queen consort made the right impression on the people, though it disappointed some. But only Her Majesty knew the effort it cost her.